Deputy Leader of the United National Party, SHAKTHI Premadasa, says that the Ministry of Education is acting responsibly by failing to grant appointments to 3,500 persons who underwent 3 years of training at 17 faculties of education across the island. A communique issued by the UNP Deputy Leader says that as a result, a serious issue has been created.
The communique states that while the students had sat for their final examinations in February 2011, the National Institute of Education had graded these results and resubmitted them to the Ministry of Education on the 20th of May 2012. It states further that students who sat for the final examinations of science faculties in 2010 had been called for interviews in March 2011 and had received appointments by May the same year. The parliamentarian states in the communique that since a grave injustice has been done to students who sat for the examination in 2011, steps must be taken to call interviews immediately and integrate these students into the teaching service as soon as possible. He says that the authorities of the Ministry of Education have completely disregarded this responsibility. Premadasa states that these students, who are now between 26 and 27 years of age, cannot continue to be unemployed and while their time away being a burden to their parents and families. MP Sajid Premadasa notes that if the government becomes engaged in the process of holding provincial council elections in the near future, then under election laws, the further delay in granting appointments to these students cannot be prevented.
A water project to fulfill the drinking water needs at the populous of Namalava Ampara was declared open today.
Through this project, about 1,600 families in the area will see their drinking water needs met. Ranjita Besekara had made a financial donation towards this project. The project was declared open today under the auspices of Senior Minister of Technology and Research, Professor Tissa Vitharana. Now you reside in the dry zone. With the rise in temperatures around the world, there can be a severe shortage of water in these areas in the future. This type of projects to obtain water from deep underground would help in facing such situations in the future.
Welcome back to the news. All arrangements have been made to declare open the Metsarani Posun Kalape, for which News First is a media sponsor, tomorrow afternoon. The Metsarani Posun Kalape, for which News First is the media sponsor, will be held 4 kilometers away from the Galigamo town along the Colombo-Kandy road. The Posun Lantern competition at the Metsarani Posun Kalape will be held under the open category and schools category. Posun arts competition for students under the age of 15 will be held day after tomorrow at the Galigamo Junior School. Dances have also been organized for the benefit of devotees. Well, up next is a look at Action TV.
It is only when Action TV made inquiries that the Divisional Secretary of Arachikattua found out that activities harmful to the Lelawala Tank Reserve, which is situated bordering the Arnavilundava International Ramsar wetlands, are taking place. A certain development project has been launched recently about 4 kilometers from this reserve. As per this development project, an existing tank is being dug and another is being filled. The project is being carried out as per the wishes of the chairman of the Arachikadu Pradeshia Sabha. According to his instructions, it is the Nun area tank that is being dug in this way. The Rajakadaluwa tank is filled with earth that is removed from the Nun area tank. These two tanks have a direct impact on the minor irrigation system in the area. This minor irrigation system, which is nourished by rainwater, is extremely important for the sustenance of the Arnavilundava International Ramsar wetlands in the area. Although the Nun area and Rajakadaluwa tanks are environmentally important, the chairman of the Arachikattua Pradeshia Sabha is digging one of them and filling the other for a purpose that he considers is important. Farmers in the area should be contributing to this project, which is aimed at providing more facilities to the commuters. They should do this by not engaging in farming activities, as these two tanks, which are being dug and filled, nourishes paddy fields as well. Though we made several attempts to contact the Divisional Secretary of Arachikattua to ascertain whether a discussion with the chairman of the Pradeshia Sabha claims to have had did take place and to find out whether he had obtained permission to carry out the said project, proved futile. Since both these tanks are situated in state-owned lands, the responsibility of these tanks lies with the Divisional Secretary of the area. This project of the chairman of the Arachikattua Pradeshia Sabha could be a pilot project to transfer the responsibilities of the irrigation department to Pradeshia Sabhas. However, for what purpose are these tanks being filled? District Secretary of Puttalam, this one is over to you.
A Bodhi Puja was held at the Sri Nagavihara in Kotte to invoke blessings on the chairman of the Democratic National Alliance, parliamentarian Thiran Alas.
Alas and former Army Commander Sarath Fonseca were present at the Bodhi Puja, which was held this afternoon. The Bodhi Puja was held under the auspices of Chief Incumbent of the Sri Nagavihara, Venerable Madhuluwave Sobhitathera. He is a parliamentarian who is of great service to this country and who loves the country. He even played a key role in securing my release from prison as well. Although he is not here due to a brief illness, we hope he would recover soon and be able to work with us for the benefit of the country.
The annual festival of St. Anthony's Church in Kochikhade was held today.
Commencing the annual festival, Mass was conducted by the administrator of the church, Reverend Clement Rosario. Following the Mass, the flag-raising ceremony was held. Everyday Mass is conducted in both the Sinhala and Tamil languages at 6 p.m. I invite all of you to participate and pray through St. Anthony for peace for the entire world, our country and our families.
Dengue, an epidemic that rises its evil head from time to time, bringing fear to the people. A tragic incident was reported from Vattala, where a little girl lost the battle with dengue. 9-year-old Margalia Arunachalam was a resident of Hekita in Vattala. She was the eldest in her family and was studying at an international school in Vattala. After contracting dengue, she received treatment at the Lady Ridgeway Hospital in Colombo for over a week. This little girl passed away yesterday, reminding all of us about the importance of being more concerned about keeping our environment clean. Margalia's brother also received treatment at the Lady Ridgeway Hospital after contracting dengue.
They don't take necessary steps to combat the mosquito menace. It is the residents who have to do that as well.
We request the government to kindly intervene and solve this issue. There are around 15 to 20 children from this area in hospital. The epidemiology unit of the Ministry of Health says that 11,403 dengue patients have been reported from various parts of the island during the first 4 months of this year. 53 dengue-related deaths were reported during this period. Most number of dengue patients have been reported from the Western Province, which amounts to 50% of the total number of patients. Taking a look at other local stories, the Asad Saleh Foundation organized its annual prize-giving ceremony to mark the Milad-un-Nabi festival under the patronage of Mayor of the Colombo Municipal Council, A.J. Muzammil. The event was held in Colombo.
We can't never be a second-class citizen in this country. But there are a few unfortunate incidents we have come across, but I am sure the Muslim community has to stand together. Whatever the political differences we may have, we have to be united.
We are fighting for the rights of the Muslim community. Whenever there is an issue, we will definitely stand. We only want to live in peace. We are a peace-loving country. We are a peace-loving community. So we want everybody to leave us alone to live in peace in this country. We are not troublemakers. We don't create problems. We have several issues coming up from time to time. If we are united, nobody can come and touch us. Divided, we fall.
Well, time now to take a look at the newspaper cartoon of the day, which we selected from among today's English newspapers. United National Party parliamentarian Buddhika Patrana says that following the release of Sarath Fonseca, a new era has dawned for the people of the country. He made this comment at a function in the Akuressa area in Matara.
Subsequent to the release of Sarath Fonseca from prison, a new era has dawned for the people of this country. He was leading the common opposition of this country and has set an example to us. Following the 2010 presidential elections, people are looking forward to move ahead with Sarath Fonseca. He is a leader who could take the opposition forward and put an end to corruption and irregularities.
And in sports news, Sri Lankans are battling it out against Pakistan in the second 2020 international encounter currently being played at the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium in Hambantota. Chasing 123 runs to win, Sri Lankans we will be updating you on the scores later on. Chasing 123 runs to win from 20 overs, Sri Lanka got off to a steady start. However, when the scorecard read 19, opener Kumar Sangakkara was dismissed for 8 runs by Yasir Arfat. Nuwan Kulasekara, who came in next, became Arfat's second wicket as he was caught attempting to go over the top. A short while ago, Sri Lanka The Sri Lankans were 74 runs for 4 wickets a short while ago. In other sports news, a strong wind cost China's Liu Xiang a share of 110 metres high hurdles world record at the Prefontaine Classic Diamond League meeting.
The 2004 Athens Olympic champion won the race in 12.87 seconds in an eye-popping performance in the lead-up to the London Olympics. The time equaled Cuban Darren Robles' 2008 mark but did not count as a joint record because he was assisted by a gust measuring 2.4 meters per second just above the allowable limit of 2.0. Liu's fastest official time remains 12.88, set in 2006 and which stood as the world record for 2 years. British world champion Mo Farah also impressed, winning the men's 5,000 meters in 12 minutes 56.98 seconds, the fastest time in the world this year. Former world champion Alison Felix destroyed a solid 200-meter field, sprinting home in 22.23 seconds, while Wallace Spearman claimed the men's race in 20.27.
But to read up on any of the stories we aired tonight, you can log on to our website at www.newsfirst.lk. Before wrapping up the news, tonight we leave you with some special moments from Queen Elizabeth II's Diamond Jubilee celebrations. The procession on the River Thames, believed to be the most spectacular in 350 years, drew massive crowds. Take a look for Prime Time News. I'm Arundhati Mudannaika. Thank you very much for joining us. Good night.